Guys, question we get all the time. What about sheltering my system if I have to put it outside? You know, I'll start with right out the gate. We're not shelter salesmen. We're not shed salesmen. The one we recommend and the exact verbiage that we'll use, and I don't want to say recommend like a full recommendation, but the cheapest way to shelter these systems is the Rubbermaid sheds that you see at your hardware stores. This one here is typically like $289, $300. If you go to Lowe's, Home Depot, you know, of course, as we represent all the Lowe's, we want you to go to Lowe's. So if you want to pick one up beforehand, that is fine. If you need us to pick one up, I believe we charge like $325 to go pick it up, and no, we don't make any money doing that. Hopefully my technicians aren't watching this, but long story short, you know, you can imagine a technician possibly talking to their wife or whatever it is in the parking lot for 30 minutes. Going in, we have to wait for them to get these things off the shelf. Sometimes it can take an hour to pick these things up, much less the gas, the time to travel. But for someone purchasing a system for us, if they ask us to do it, we'll do it. We just charge a flat $325. Then it takes us, you know, 30 to 45 minutes just to put the shed together. So we will do those as a courtesy for somebody picking those up. We just ask that you reimburse us for the shed. And as you guys can look under here just to get a little idea, when I say that, you know, we're plumbers, just be aware these shelters can erode over time. Just even underneath, we put a little bit of gravel and stuff underneath them to level them out first. But, you know, the natural elements can make them, these sheds right here when they get sat in the sun, because, you know, occasionally you'll get the call back, somebody move into a house and call us and say, hey, this shed that you guys put here is warped. Sometimes the sun can get them, so be aware of that if you're looking to put one of these units. But it is the cheapest method to shelter the system. And then we run power. We're not electricians, but we'll need power, as you guys will see on this one. We usually can refer an electrician. This was one that apparently they had to come down and go out because of the garage, but we usually, the electricians will tap into an outlet in the adjacent room to that house and get you guys power. No, it doesn't use a lot of electricity, almost like an alarm clock, just plugging in to keep the time. These systems right here, sometimes the doors, again, you will have to get in here and put your salt and brine tank. Does fit right in here. Let's see if we have another. And I'm actually, if you want more pictures, I'm on our website, eastcoastwaterquality.com, and you can go in there and see the little brine tank. We went to the smaller rectangle ones because they fit up against the walls in the garages and in these sheds. Really nice. So that can shut, all be contained in there. You will have to insulate that shed from freezing temperatures. There's another freeze prevention video if you check out here on how to keep that thing warm, and there's not much to it. You're just gonna put a little heater in there. And then you with the outlet, yeah, plug in there. A typical outlet can range anywhere from $275 to $350 to even $400 to get an outlet put in. Again, we're not an electrician, but we usually have one, depending on which territory you're calling, that we can refer. Or of course, if you know someone, you'll want to make sure that's a dedicated GFI there. So hopefully this helps on the shelter. Again, of course, you can build custom shelters, you know, put a concrete pad. You can do all, you know, all those nice things to make it as good as you want to make it. But if you're looking for, as we said, the cheapest recommendation, it's going to be these Rubbermaid sheds.